Committing to a modern woman whom you know only one phase of her life is very, very risky. You met her as a nurse, you met her as a banker, you met her as a teacher, and then you know her as only a teacher. You know her life then that she's a teacher. You know her life then that she's a banker. You don't know anything about the life that she lived up to that very moment. Giving her your commitment just like that is very, very risky. You're most likely going to be disappointed when you learn about her past. From that video, you can see the lady partying, smoking, drinking, probably sleeping with different men. And then when she lived that life to her full, she decided to repent and then begin to audition for a husband. There was one young girl I met years back. I met her in a bus. So she told me that she wrote her JAMB, so she's waiting for admission. And luckily, she got admission. She was admitted to Odumegwu Ojukwu University in Anambra State. We were talking on phone, we were chatting on Facebook. But when she entered school, she changed her line. After a while, after our chat on Facebook, one day I told her that she should send me her new phone number. Her response shocked me. She told me that I should be asking of her account number, not her phone number. This was not the young girl I was chatting with. Obviously, she has entered a new phase of life. Her post on Facebook changed. Her Facebook story was all about her partying, clubbing with her friends. She was always posting about how a guy who doesn't have money does not deserve a beautiful girl. I remember around 2020, I came back to Anambra State. I was with my friends. Then I chatted her up. I told her that I'm in Anambra and I would love to see her. That I'm with my friends in Okada that would like to drive down to her school so maybe I can hang out with her. She asked me whether my friends are ballers, that if my friends are big ballers, that I should give her location so that she will come with her friends. My guy told me, obviously, the intentions you have for this girl is not the intentions that she has for herself. You are intending for something serious, for commitment, but she only want to have fun. We sent her location. She came with her friends. We hung out. We clubbed that night. Then the next morning, they went back to school. But since last year, her posts on Facebook have changed. She's now making posts every Sunday of her in church, singing and worshiping God. I'm not judging her, no. I'm trying to draw out a point. She's now making video of her cooking. She's now making video of her playing and discussing with her dad and her mom. Obviously, she's now auditioning for a husband. I know that she has not changed, no. She has entered another phase of life. And for her to get what she wants in this phase of life, she has to put up this act. People's past is very, very important, especially for a girl, even for a man. There are some of my friends in the university that even if they become a bishop tomorrow, I will not allow them get married to my sister. There's my very good friend who repented after school. One girl took him to one crusade. They did altar call. He came out, he repented, he denounced one or two things. He became an active member of the church. He got married to a lady from the church. And they lived 5 years happily, peacefully. Last year, he beat the lady to stupor. The lady was even lucky to have survived. Their church members were surprised. People who knew him from the church and the neighbors were shocked. But we that know him from school, we are not shocked. What he showed the lady was just a little part of his past, a little part of what he's capable of doing. The lady cheated, so he snapped. So what it will take a lady with a promiscuous past to go back to her past is just one trigger. Maybe you losing your job, maybe keeping malice, or getting entangled with a young handsome male artist, or relocating to a new environment, or a rich promiscuous landlord, or a randy boss at her place of work. Just one trigger. Just one trigger. And she goes back to what she is before. People don't really change. Most times they suppress their past so as to enter a new phase of life. That past, that operating system from the past is still there. The software is still there. The programming is still there. Just a little trigger and she goes back to the archives and update those files. That is why the church is one of the worst places for you to look for a wife. The church is one of the worst places for you to look for a life partner. The only church girl that you will take serious is a church girl who is 19, 20, 21, maybe 22. Any church girl over the age of 28 is most likely that she's auditioning. Do not commit to a lady who you know only one phase of her life. Do not give your commitment to a lady who you know, not even to anybody who you know only one phase. One documentary I watched, one man who was arrested at the age of around 60 something. The wife was shocked because he's already a pastor, living a very good life. But the man used to be a gang leader when he was in his 20s, leading several bank robberies. The government had been looking for him for years. He escaped from prison around age 30, went to a new environment, changed his lifestyle. The wife could not believe when the charges of the husband was brought before her. I remember that girl that got married and posted her picture on Twitter. And men were coming under the comment section to say that they've had threesome with her. Some were saying that they were four and they slept with her. One was saying that if the girl is to comment, he will post evidence. Imagine the pains. The wife that you got married to, and someone is coming online to boast that if your wife is to comment, he will post pictures of him and his friends having sex with her. There are some advices you should not take from elders. Like when they tell young men, when you want to get married, you should look for a woman who is willing to settle down. It used to work last 30 years. It will not work in this era. Because in this era, there is so much attachment to the past. She might want to settle down, but if she has been with 40 men, at least 2 of those men will surely have a way to reconnect with her. Make sure you investigate. If possible, you turn FBI on her matter before you commit to her. Like I usually say, virginity is now more important in this era than before. Because social media has made it very, very easy for people to reconnect with their past. All it will take is hi on Instagram for your woman to reconnect with her ex. All it will take is one WhatsApp invitation of school reunion for your woman to reconnect with those her friends that she lived wayward lives with. The same way that when you want to apply for a job, employers, they will ask of your work history. They will ask of your education history. Before you give your commitment to a lady who is in stage 3, you should try to know at least a little bit of her when she was in stage 1, stage 2, so that you will not be caught unawares. Peace.